Right, when we are getting ready to divide fractions, before we do that, we have to practice some skills that you've learned in elementary school. I'm just going to take you through a couple of these so you can review and get your brain ready on how to change improper fractions to mixed numbers. So again, this should be something you already know how to do, so we're just going to go through a couple of them here so that you are refreshing your brain. Remember, when you turn an improper fraction into a mixed number, you're trying to take this fraction that is top heavy, like 32/9, and make it into wholes and then see how much is left over. So basically you're taking, if I was going to divide it out, 32 divided by 9. And so 9 goes into 32 3 times, and 3 times 9 is 27. And when you subtract, you'd get 5. And so, and I can write that as a fraction of 5/9. So number one, basically, you can do that in your head, or you can divide it out like I just did right here. But 9 goes into 32 3 times. There's 5 left over as the remainder, and I write that over the divisor like that, 3 and 5/9. Looking at number 2, same thing. I can either divide it out off to the side, or I can do it in my head. How many times does 5 go into 31? 5 goes into 31 6 times, and 6 times 5 is 30, with 1 left over. And if I write that as a fraction, I'm writing it as 1/5. So 6 and 1/5. Number 3, same thing. When I ask myself, how many times does 6 go into 41? 6 times 7 is 42, so it doesn't go in there 7 times, so it must only go in there 6 times. And 6 times 6 is 36. And so if I was going to take 41 minus 36, there would be 5 left over, and my denominator stays the same. So 6 and 5/6. Right down at the bottom, the second part of this is practicing going the other direction. So when you have a mixed number and you want to turn it into an improper fraction, those are skills we're going to have to do as we divide fractions. So to do that, you look at the denominator, this 7, and what you'll do is multiply it by the 3. So 7 times 3 is 21. And then you add this numerator. So 21 plus 5 is 26. And then the denominator will stay the same. Okay? So I know the denominator is always going to be the same. I could even write those in right now, so I know that. So I just have to figure out what the top number would be. So you take the denominator times the whole number. 9 times 2 is 18. Plus 1 is 19, and my denominator stays the same. In number 3, 8 times 2 is 16, plus 1 is 17 over 8. And in number 4, 5 times 8 is 40, plus 3 is 43, and that's how I change that. All right, complete the rest of them on your own, please.